Hello, it's Jess with a book review of One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reads. Oh, I gave this book a 3.5 stars. I thought it was sweet, cute. I think I saw a lot of great reviews on this. So basically, it's about finding your one true love. Okay, that's the premise of Book and Tell. So we go on a journey with our main female character. I forgot her name, Emma, who marries her high school sweetheart. They got married, they got together, whatever the case is. And he goes, I think it's to Alaska, because they do traveling and photos, and so he got a good opportunity to go to Alaska on their first year wedding anniversary. And she really just wanted to stay home and wanted him to stay, but she wouldn't let him give up on this opportunity. So as he goes, his helicopter crashes. Like, they're presuming that he is dead. And it takes us on a journey of Emma and how she's dealing with what happened to him, but also with her finding another love. So she ends up meeting Sam, and Sam is someone that she has met in high school, when she was in high school, also with her husband, Jesse. And so she meets Sam coincidentally when she moves back home because she couldn't deal with the grief and everything that had happened to her husband in California. She ended up moving back home to Massachusetts. And family opens her up with open arms. And as she's going, she ends up seeing Sam, who Sam had a crush on her back then, but nothing ever came from it. He was, I believe, a few years older than her. So he had graduated, then her and Jesse kind of got together, but she always had a crush on Jesse. And so she meets Sam, and Sam is like, he can't believe that he's seeing her again. He's like, love at first sight. All of his feelings that he had from high school kind of resurfaces, and so they start to develop a relationship. And the relationship goes on, and now they're planning on getting married. They have an apartment, they have cats, and they're doing great. And then all of a sudden she gets a phone call in the middle of dinner, and it's, hey, it's Jesse. I survived that crash 3 years later, I believe it was, and I'm coming home. And so this book kind of takes us on a journey of how things started with her and Jesse, what happened with Jesse, some of her feelings, also with her family, and then with Sam, and then trying to figure out where she belongs in kind of this turmoil of events, right? Because now you're getting married to someone who you love, and your husband is coming back. But I only gave this book a 3.5 stars because the flow of the story kind of went too fast for me. I understood the feelings that she had throughout the book, and I think emotionally, I think it delivered very well, and the writing was very well, but something felt really, really rushed. And not that I wanted any more details, but I feel like I was jumping through time. And I think I wanted just more of her and her feeling. Like, I wanted more of her and kind of her being by herself for a little while. And that aspect, because we go from her and Jesse, the crash, a portion of grief, and then Sam. So we kind of just like jump in to Sam. And then what I didn't like, spoiler alert, so I'm so sorry if I'm going to say this. So Jesse comes back, and Sam basically tells her, hey, look, I understand that you love him, and I know this is all crazy, so I want you to leave and take the time to spend with him and see where your heart is, even though I might be heartbroken. Sam was just perfection. And so she does. She ends up going away, I think, 3 days with Jesse. When he comes back, you know, he's missing a finger. He looks awful. He's scrawny. He's just not the same person that he was, obviously, because he was stranded on an island all by himself. And he had to do some choice things. So she ends up going to his family's cabin, and they spend 3 days together. And the weirdest thing is, she goes, I feel like we have to like, or they both agree, I feel like we have to sleep together. And so they sleep together. And it was just, I don't want to put myself in that situation, but I just don't understand how that happened so fast. Like, let's talk a little bit, but then let's go and let's have sex. Even though I'm technically still engaged to this person, and even though I'm technically married to you, we should go and get it on. You know, so that completely threw me for an absolute loop. The things that I did love about the book was her relationship with her family. She had a great relationship with her mother and her father, but like every typical teenager, kind of. She felt like her parents were holding her back. And she didn't have the greatest relationship with her sister until she got older. And they actually got to spend some time together. And she kind of found out who she was. So I kind of like that. And I also like more towards the ending when she finds out exactly who she is. And I thought that that was nice. I think the way that the story ended was okay. It was pretty predictable. And so I kind of rushed by this book. I don't want to say that I was going to not finish it, but it held my interest just a little bit and not too much. I can understand why people like this book or love this book, but I thought that this book was just okay for me. I would recommend it to someone because it wasn't a bad book. But again, I only gave it a 3.5 stars. And these are the characters that I think that they look like. Oh, okay. And I hear that they're actually making a movie about it. I think I saw some trailer on it and I think it's pretty cool. I might watch it. So let's see where it's at and then I'll watch it and maybe I'll do like a little book and movie review. But 3.5 star for One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is the first book that I've ever read by this author. And I might read more books from her also. But I thought that this was pretty good. And I do recommend it for people to read who likes romance and a pretty deep story. So, bye.